class intervals and frequencies were given. Accordingly, we have to plot our histogram. Before starting to draw the histogram, check whether the class intervals are continuous or not. Starting from 10, end up at 20. Okay, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. But look at here, it is not 50 to 60. So that means this is combination of more than a variable. Sorry, more than an interval. Look at here, the class width is 10. Class width means from the upper limit. What is the differentiation between upper limit to lower limit? So the class interval is 10 here. I will mark that one. In next case also 30 minus 20 it's 10, 40 minus 30 it's 10, 50 minus 40 it's 10. In the before last case we have the class interval as 20. That means you cannot draw like this. You have to make, this is called as a combination interval. Combination of more than one interval. There should be two intervals combined here. No? So we have to split them. 50 to 60. Thereafter 60 to 70. Combination of two intervals together appearing here. So you have to divide that one by 2. 50 to 60, 60 to 70. When you divide the interval into two different portions, the frequency also splitted between them. So actually the total frequency belongs to 50 to 70 interval, that is 12. So in here for each interval it should be divided by 2 as well. So 12 divided by 2, each interval should have 6, 6. The frequency also distributed evenly. So there is no more 12 here. No more 12 here. Look at the last class here. The class width would be 100 minus 70. It is 30. So like previous case, here combination of three intervals. What are them? So I will mark them here. 70 to 80. That would be an interval. And 80 to 90. That would be another interval. And finally we will have 90 to 100. That is also another variable. This is combination of three individual intervals. So that's what we did here. We just splitted them to indicate each and everything separately. So its respective frequency also would be splitted between them. This 15 belongs to all three intervals. Here inside here there would be three intervals now. So likewise here look at this, the 15 should be divided by 3. For these three intervals frequency is 15. So it should be distributed evenly among these three intervals as well. So 15 divided by 3, it will become 5, 5, 5. So this is the way we have to give. If a combination of a class interval is given, according to the class width, first of all you have to split them. Thereafter frequency also accordingly splitted between them. In before last case we had two intervals together in combined form. We splitted them. So the frequency 12 was splitted between them, 6 and 6. In the last case, combination of three intervals, three individual intervals. So that's why the 15, the frequency, belongs to these three intervals, that is evenly distributed among these three intervals. Thereafter, we can easily plot the histogram. And thereafter, while drawing the histogram also, you have to concern about one important thing. Okay, starting from 10 to 100, we have to draw the histogram. This is not starting from 0 now. So here you should have a small ECG shape. Thereafter 10, 20, and the horizontal bar is showing the class intervals and vertically the frequency. So I will write 5, 10 for my convenience. I will do like this. If not, I want to write starting from starting from 1 to 16 I want to write. So that's why I will make that job here. starting from 5, 10, 15. So we have the highest value as 15, that is little greater than 15. Okay, now let's start to draw the blocks. The first block would be 10 to 20. The frequency is 10. Okay, here the frequency is 10. In second case, 20 to 30, frequency is 11. Little greater than 10. Okay. In the third case, 30 to 40, frequency is 14. Little less than 15. And thereafter we will have 40 to 50, 16. Little greater than 15. 50 to 60. Here we splitted these intervals. No? So individually the total frequency was distributed evenly. 50 to 60, 60 to 70. So here we did this work. Okay, we cannot draw a single block with 20 to represent the data directly. That's why properly we oriented this data. So if you divide the given combined class interval into 2 or 3 portions, you have to denote that one as well. So it should be denoted not as two single blocks, not as two single blocks. It should be a combined block. So 6 means little greater than 5. So here. So this is the way you should denote this combined class interval, because actually they were given 50 to 70. To make our job easy only, we have splitted to interpret the data and evenly distributed the whole frequency. Likewise, so to denote this one in your histogram formation, you should use a single block. And thereafter, to denote these two are two different ones, you should use some dotted lines, not the straight lines. You should use dotted lines to denote there were two single intervals together is producing this combined block. Same thing you should do in the last case as well. 70 to 100. There the frequency is 5. Okay. Draw a single block, and thereafter there are 4 blocks. There would be 3 single blocks together is creating this whole combination of 3 blocks creating the whole box block. So this is the way you have to complete your histogram. I'll repeat once more. It is really simple. So up to here the work is really easy, nothing to do with. But thereafter, if the class interval is not fitting to this class with for the previous intervals, you have to make them as uniform. Okay, so 50 to 70, we cannot make another block with 20 class width, so it should be even. So that's why here also we have splitted this total class interval combination of two intervals separately, and accordingly the frequency also evenly distributed. Thereafter, in last case, 70 to 30, the class width is 30. So that's why 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, there would be 3 individual intervals together is producing this combined interval. And this total frequency 15 was splitted between them 555 each. Thereafter, you should draw the blocks. Up to here, the block formation also simple, but here we have split it for our calculations as two individual blocks. But actually, according to the given data, it would be a single block. That's why 50 to 60 and 60 to 70 were there. The frequency also, we have to use the changed frequency for each. But to show these two are not single blocks, according to the given data, common blocks, it is consist of two intervals. So you should draw a single block. Thereafter, by using dotted lines, you should denote this detail. And last case also, there are 3 blocks. 3 individual blocks together is producing this giant block. So here also you should use these dotted lines to show the formation of this giant block. That's all for our histogram. If you have combination of two or more than two class intervals, this is the way you should follow.